connect with certain relationships that you know that are not conducive for you. I really believe because we're not aware of who we are, we don't have self-realization. That's the reason why we connect with certain people and we stay in relationships that are unhealthy for us because we don't know who we are. We stay in relationships because we feel like the empathetic or the empathy part of us feels like, well, I just want to help. They need me. In actuality, you're hurting yourself. Okay. So the last thing I'm going to talk about the full moon deals with relationships. Your relationship with yourself, as well as those that are a part of your community. Once you start to connect with who you are, you'll really start to see it's like you become translucent. And once you start to connect yourself, when you have a dark moment, you'll begin to see straight through that darkness because you, as a light, and also you, as being a person of clarity, will now have understanding and your perception will begin to change. You will no longer think of situations and circumstances that happen in your life as negative or bad. You will see them from a different perspective, that they have been divinely sent into your path to give you an opportunity to evolve on this journey. That's where I am. I have been given an opportunity to evolve on my journey. I've had many opportunities, like all of you that are watching me, have had many opportunities to evolve on this journey. I took a major pivot in some things that I was doing. And that major pivot has turned out to be one of the greatest blessings in my life. I am forever grateful for every experience that I have ever experienced in my life. I don't look at anything as being good or bad. I look at it as neutral. It was an experience for me to evolve, to transform my life, to grow and to learn and to gain some other experiences in this dimension that will help me along my journey. There's no good or bad. There's no right nor wrong. There are consequences, there are cause and effects. So there are consequences to the actions. Everything that we see in our reality and everything that has happened to us up until this day has been because of our thoughts. It's because of how we think about ourselves. It's the thoughts that you've told yourself, whether they were put there or not. Whoever put them there, that's none of your concern, but it is your concern in order to rewrite the program. And I tell people often, if you want to have a new experience in this reality, you're going to have to do something different. If you're living the same day twice, then you're not going to have any new experiences in this reality. How do you go about having new experiences in this reality? You can start by reading a book. Reading a book helps to form new synapses inside of the brain, and it would rewire your brain to create new experiences for you. But if you're getting up, you're doing the same thing every day, then you're living the same day twice. Nothing is new. Your life looks like a repeat of yesterday, looks like a rerun show. You know how you can go and watch the old programs from the 70s? I've been watching some of those, like What's Happening. That's one of my favorite shows from the 70s. So that's what your life will look like What's Happening. And eventually, just like a cassette tape, back in the days, I'm kind of dating myself. So like a cassette tape, when you put the tape in and you play the tape over and over and over again, eventually the ribbon starts to thin out and eventually it breaks and it becomes no good anymore. You can't use the tape anymore. So that's how life is for a lot of us. We're telling ourselves the same thing about ourselves. We're living the same life, the same day over and over and over, to where you are really frustrated and tired. You're irritated that nothing seems to be going the way in which you want it to go. This is actually for somebody that's watching me right now. You are a male. You're watching me right now. You just went through a real sharp turn and pivot in your transformational journey. So it's like you were living a life, the same life over and over and over again, to where now you were wore thin. You wore yourself out because nothing was going the direction that you wanted to be. You're going to have to take in new information that will keep you informed or in alignment with your highest vibrational frequency.